Hey guys, what's going on? So I don't know if you've been following the news about TikTok being banned or potentially banned. So I kind of just wanted to share my thoughts. So I know what they're saying is it's not an outright ban. It's more about them pressuring Congress, basically government pressuring the Chinese company to sell. I think they have like 6 months, and if they don't sell, then it will be banned in U.S. So my thoughts on this is, first of all, I don't have TikTok. I don't use it. I've never used it, but I have friends who do, especially in the jiu-jitsu community. They watch a lot of stuff on TikTok and stuff like that. So yeah, so I've seen things like those, but I personally don't use it. It's not for me. I don't think I'm the intended demographic either, but that's here nor there. Do I think it should be banned? I don't think so. Now, people can make the argument that it's harmful. It's harmful to kids. They waste time. Blah blah blah. All of that, which it can be true, but there's so many things I feel like out there that is harmful to people, especially kids. But it should be up to the parents what their kid watches, consume, and things like that. Just because something isn't good doesn't mean it needs to be banned. Um, and I know the other argument is that it's mainly for national security. They don't want the Chinese government to have all of our data, which I think it sounds good when they say it, but I feel like most of the products we have in the U.S. Is manufactured in China. Uh, Smartphones with like the different chips and things like that are manufactured there. So to say that that's the only thing that has spyware, which it would be kind of hard for me to believe that that's the only app or platform that has spyware. But even with US based media companies and social media platforms, I mean, they all have spyware, right? They're all tracking things. Even like your smart TV, smartphone, they all have listening devices and things like that. So I think the real reason they or the government want to ban it is so that they can sort of control the narrative. Um, it kind of reminds me of 9/11 when at that time we didn't really have social media, so the news, everyone basically heard the same thing from the corporate media, right? Like corporate media told us what it was, and everyone either believed it or didn't. But that's all the information people had, versus like in 2020 with COVID, even though government was trying to, I guess, control what information got out, and we all know what happened with like Twitter and everything, Facebook and all those with the Twitter files. But government pretty much controlled what got out. People didn't have access to other form of information and opinions and things like that. So I think that's what it comes down to is what level of control you can have. If the government bans it, then yeah, like all the companies and all the social media platforms we have that are collecting data, and all the big organizations that are collecting our data like Amazon, Google, so it's like they want to have control and use that information. But if another country is not that I would want another country to have our information, but it's like if there's another source, then they can control that as much. But also, I think I'm not even entirely sure if that's actually the case. Going back to 9/11, I feel like uh, Muslim people at that time, they were sort of like villainized. Every time there's a tragedy, like a group of people is villainized by the media and government, and they sort of start, new. they start a new war basically. So they're always villainizing and demonizing a group of people to start, and it sets a precedent for like other things to come. So 9/11, we had the Patriot Act, and we all know where that's today, and it can be used against its own citizens. So yeah, I think banning it is a bad idea. I don't think anytime, even though like I don't necessarily use it and agree with everything that's on it, and yeah, I think it definitely can be harmful, but so can so many other things in life. You just have to, if you're an adult, that's your prerogative. If you're an adult, you decide what you want to do with your life, then that's on you. But if you're a kid, then your parents should be more involved and make the best decision that's best for the kid and also the family, the parents. But yeah, I don't think government should ban it just because, yeah, like it's, if it starts there, then where, what are they going to ban next, or what are they going to do? I think if it was truly about security and spyware, they could, maybe come up with a law for that particular thing. But again, I think because they also use spyware and they also collect data, it probably will hurt them. So that's why they're not doing that. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Uh, you can't ban a bad idea, and I feel like you shouldn't try. I think the answer to bad ideas are better ideas. I think if like people really wanted to improve TikTok, let the free market come up with solutions. Like make it easier for businesses to come up with new platforms, or people to come up with new platforms, and maybe incentivize good things that are good, things that are valuable. Even though I feel like there probably is good things on TikTok as well. I'm sure there's educational things there. It all depends on what you search for. So, like I said, I have friends who use it. They're all into jujitsu like me, and yeah, they only follow like jujitsu stuff. So yeah, it really depends on what you search for. I mean, even YouTube, Instagram, they could be good or bad. They could be a waste of time, or they can just be fun. But yeah, it doesn't call for a ban. I think that's kind of a little extreme. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't know if anyone disagrees with that or anyone has any other takes. Um, but yeah, so if you do, leave a comment. And yeah, I'll check with you later. Have a good one.